Good evening, everyone. My name is Jamela. I am the new author of a children's book called Jay Just Wants to Play. Give you a little bit of information about Jay Just Wants to Play. It is a book about my son, Jasir, who has autism. Jay Just Wants to Play is based off a true story and a true event that happened to Jasir. When Jasir was little, when he's 10 now and diagnosed with autism, Jasir basically liked to play and be alone. He liked to play by himself. He liked to be alone. As he got older, he began to get interested in playing with other kids. So because of his autism, it's hard to understand Jay or Jasir at times. Because of his autism, it's hard for him to play like normal kids. It is hard for him to understand and comprehend the correct way to play, maybe with a basketball or football in the beginning. Now that he's older, he knows how to play with these things, and he likes to play with other kids. But unfortunately, due to his autism, sometimes he's turned away or gets turned down because kids don't want to play with him because maybe it's hard for them to understand what he's saying, or they're getting impatient with him because he doesn't quite get how to play with the certain object or toy that the other kids are playing with. So I wrote this book called Jay Just Wants to Play. And again, it's just a story about a true event that happened with Jasir. My illustrator is Reginald Byers. He's a very good illustrator. He does very nice work for me, and I love his work. So I do want to give him his credit. The book is available on Amazon as well as Barnes and Nobles. So I would encourage you to get the book. If you're a parent, get the book for your child. So your child can understand just because people are different doesn't mean that they don't have feelings or doesn't mean that they can't play. If you are a child, ask your mom to get you this book so that you can understand a person with a disability. And I don't like to say disability, I like to say a different ability, because yes, Jasir is different from most kids, but he still has the ability to play and to interact with other kids if they give him the opportunity. So based off of this incident that happened with Jasir, wanting to play with the kids on the block and the kids not wanting to play with him, I then started a support group, inclusion group for kids and families that's dealing with autism. So as you read this book, you will understand why I started my program and my group. My group name is Autism Rec, and that's Autism, AUTISM, Rec, REC. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram and get to know our story. Again, I started the group to try to bring families together, try to bring kids together that has autism so that they can make friends and hopefully have play dates and make friends within the group to have outside of the group. So I like to say hopefully they'll make a forever friend. So again, I encourage you to go over to Amazon.com or BarnesandNobles.com and look up this title, Jay Just Wants to Play, and just read it to your kids. If you are a child, ask your mom to get it for you so that you can have a better understanding about autism and about kids with autism. I thank you for your time. I thank you for watching this video, And I hope that this book will encourage you, your family, and your kids to think differently about kids with autism or about a child with a different ability. It doesn't necessarily have to be autism, but just think about a child that has a disability or a different ability. They are kids, so they want to do the things that kids do as well. They want to play. They want to run up and down the street. They want to have friends. So I encourage you again to go over to Amazon.com. Jay Just Wants to Play is the name of the book. The holidays are coming up. This will be a great book for your family members, your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, your grandchild. Again, the book is Jay Just Wants to Play. The author is Jamila Tucker Malero, myself. And I also added Jasir as the author of the book, a co-author of the book, because this is his story. Reginald Byers is my illustrator. He's a great illustrator. So I want to give him and let him know that I appreciate him, give him his props and his shout out for his illustrations of the book. As I said, that's Jay in the background. Jay just wants to play. This is some of the illustrations that Reggie has done for me. And it's a great book. Jasir's favorite was Hot Wheels and still is Hot Wheels. So you'll see that in the book. And at the end of the book, it tells about how I came up with the idea to go on Facebook, and I searched up some autism support groups and autism groups within my area to invite other families to a meet and greet where there were kids like Jasir who had autism and there were kids who didn't have autism, but they all got to play together. So I encourage you again to get the book, Amazon.com or BarnesandNobles.com. Thank you and have a good night.